What's up, everybody? Welcome to Iron Sight Gaming. I'm Drew Bosley. Joining alongside me, of course, is Nathan Quinn.
The greatest of all.
Nathan Quinn. Alright, we have something cool for you today. We are reviewing the early access of Conan Exiles on the Xbox One, and we are also doing a giveaway for Conan Exiles with the Frozen DLC. Pretty cool?
Pretty lucky for you guys.
So we will have more details at the end of our review, so stick around as our review is coming up right now.
Now that you've chosen, what will you become?
All right, Nate, what did you think of Conan? This is a survival exploration kind of game, building all kinds. Man, there's so much to craft.
Yep.
What'd you think?
So what did I think? So for me, I have a pretty big background with Ark.
Huge background with art.
Yes.
Right? And you know what, in my defense, because you were way above me as far as Ark goes, I've got like 65, 70 hours into Ark myself.
Oh wow.
So I'm not too shabby myself, but you were by far way ahead of me.
Oh, way too many days.
Yeah. Do you get the same feeling with Ark as you do playing Conan?
Not exactly, but
Okay, why?
I think it's for a couple reasons. One might be because Ark was my first real survival game.
Okay.
So I feel like that always kind of, you know, when it's your first of something that you really like, it's hard to kind of top that.
So you lost your survival virginity to Ark.
All right.
All right, I see how this goes.
Yeah.
Was it special for you, buddy?
It's special. But anyways, Conan, I did really like it.
Okay.
Definitely from like just the moment you start up the game and get dropped in your world, it is like 1,000 times cleaner and smoother than Ark.
It's so much prettier than Ark. Oh my god. Like, it's not even comparable.
It's not even comparable. The frame rates, I mean, they're, for the most part, it's very smooth. Sometimes it can kind of bog down, but I didn't find it was that bad for the most part.
I had lag issues every now and then, but this is just like Ark. We're in the preview build of the game, right? So it's that early access on Xbox One. So when we jump in, you were expecting to experience bugs, latency, graphical hitches. Like you can't go in expecting a polished game because they're not there yet. They're still developing the game all the time. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do for updates. Mm-hmm. And when I say they, I mean Funcom, the developers behind Conan Exiles. So, but if you want to compare it to Ark, you don't have the dinosaurs, which of course you're not going to have the dinosaurs, but the creatures that are in the world.
Yeah, the lore of Conan is fantastic. I really like what they've done.
There's so much to build upon. So I think they have a solid foundation of what they're going with. The creatures, like when you first build your character, well, let's talk about let's start there.
Let's start there.
At the very beginning, when you build your character in Ark, you don't build a character, you pick a female or a male, and you pick the male, you get some ugly ass,
just some
brute.
Bald
man,
dude, and you can make his arms longer, shorter, or bigger, and his legs.
Hideous.
That's it.
Conan, though, male, female, partial nudity or none, right?
I saw a lot of boobies.
There's a lot of teenagers playing this game.
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
Just like this, max out the tit size.
It's ridiculous. Either way, but the customization options within it. Now, I didn't see, like, as far as your character design, there's tons of options, which I liked.
Yes.
but the overall density of the character graphically, for me, is not polished yet. They have work to do on that. There is still lots to improve on the graphical issue of your character.
I agree. But like you said, there's just, like, there's a lot there. There's, I don't know how many different options for just your background. You know, you could be a Himalayan, or you could be, I can't think of all the names because they're all...
There's a whole, you pick a god to favor, and then you pick, like, I don't even know what you would call it.
It's like a tribe.
Yeah, right.
That you're descended from.
With. Yeah. So you have two options. You don't even, normally you go in, you pick, okay, you're either this class or that class or that class, and then that's it. It's, you're going to favor this god, and then you're going to pick your class. Man, was that cool.
It was cool. I love customization, and they had quite a bit of it. You know, you could, just your facial, kind of like in lots of other games you've seen, you can adjust the cheek size, the mouth size, the eyebrows, whatever. It's there, and I'm very grateful for it.
Oh man, absolutely. Lip color, eye color, ears, like there's so much to do. Body size, are you small, are you big, are you thick, thin, like whatever, right? Like there's so much as far as, for an early build of the game, there's tons to make the character.
Surprise.
Well, I can make the character feel like it's my character. Whether I make him look like me or my female character look like somebody else, because that's one of
like your wife.
Yeah. Well, no, probably not. But you can have so much to go on, and you can appreciate where they're coming from and the options that they're giving you. I absolutely loved that part of the game.
Yeah. So customization, I give it a A+.
Oh man, it doesn't even compare to Ark. It's way above. So let's get into the game, the heart of the game.
So just starting off. You start off, and spoiler, you've been exiled.
Yeah, Conan Exiles. That's what it's called, Exile, right?
So you've been exiled, and you can basically spawn in the middle of a desert, and you're just throwing in. You have to gather resources, trying to find water. That was one of the first things. I died right away.
Oh, I died twice trying to get water.
Yeah.
Dehydrated. Done. Oh,
and,
man.
But that's a part of... I mean, I had a little bit of a background with survival, so I was like, okay, I know I need to go and get something to drink. I just didn't make my way because I didn't know the map.
I was too busy looking around everywhere else, then I went, okay, I really got to find water, and it's further away than I kind of anticipated. So you can find a water jug right at the beginning, which helps you kind of
definitely
extend your travels.
Recommend that.
But yeah, it doesn't last long, right?
No, but just so you're walking and you're gathering, and they kind of have it set up so it's like a slight pathway or an old pathway, so you kind of follow along that, and there's this massive dragon there. And
it was a cool creature. It kind of reminded me like a cross between a
gargoyle and like
yeah.
So that I was like that already. The movements I saw and everything, I was like, okay, this is cool.
So
I'm excited to see.
I'm gathering resources with my character because we're in preview build and it's buggy. So the camera faces head on, but my character's turned sideways. So as my person is reaching for resources, because I'm in a bush grabbing like vines and stuff, right? The person automatically pulls like a 90-degree turn, stretches out, grabs it, and then flips right back, and then back and back and back and back and back. Man, okay, please address that. That is definitely an issue. Just let me extend my arm out wherever I'm standing, not focused on the camera. So it's the camera that comes. Things like that are in this game. At the beginning, you are able to craft a pickaxe. I crafted it, it broke, I was never able to get it back. I had to restart my game all over again. Getting water, I had a bug where I jump into the lake with my container to get water to fill it up. Would not fill up. So there's definitely a couple little glitches here and there. But once it got rolling and I was able to figure out, the hardest part for me was getting accustomed to the wheel, the inventory system, and how it all meshed together. And once I figured out how to upgrade and get my crafting ability to open up the tree of what I am able to craft, then the game started to piece itself together. Then I started getting really comfortable with it, knowing, okay, I got to be able to do this. My next experience points are going to be spent on upgrading this ability, and then to learn over here, I can learn this set of recipes to get me like a bench to store stuff, which then that bench will then allow me to upgrade my clothing and then this and that, and a fire. I'm gonna need fire. I'm gonna need to kill some creatures. I kept stealing eggs from these little things that are like almost like a turtle.
Shellbacks.
Yeah,
Something like that.
So they're crawling across, and they don't hurt you at all. You can kill them and then cook their meat, which was easy. But I kind of let them go, and I kept taking their eggs, and this big, I don't know, hunchback-looking thing come charging at me, so I killed that, cooked that up. Like, it's fun. It really is fun.
It is cool. I really, really like how they have human NPCs just all about the world. They have like little fire pits that they're just chilling around, and then like you said, you had one of the monsters encounter them and they actually like attacked each other.
Well, yeah, I can see off in the distance, so I come up, I can see them, and if you get close enough to the human NPCs, they will charge at you to kill you. I had one just come around the corner. I had no idea they were even there. This girl comes right over the corner. I'm just hitting her with my pickaxe. Are you dead yet? Because I haven't upgraded to a bow yet. I hadn't upgraded to a sword, which I have now. So things will be a little bit different, but I'm just kind of chiseling away at her. Eventually I got her. And then you can harvest her meat too. So I had like human flesh, and we're like, man, which then is like later for sacrifices, which are these like big shrines that go towards your god, which you selected at the very beginning. So then you like sacrifice things. Oh man.
It's the late game is very...
The early game is a slow grind. Very slow grind, because I'm still learning. But yeah, as getting back to your point was, so off in the distance, there's this teepee set up and a fire pit going, and I could see them, and then no, I don't have enough gear on me yet, so I'm going to back away. As I started to back away, one of the creatures came into the NPC's area. The NPC grabbed his spear and started spearing it. So like the foundation is laid for Conan Exiles. I want to go back. I can't wait to go back. I'm several hours in. I have lots more building to do. I am set up right.
Too much.
That's the other part, right? Because it's a slow grind. In Ark, you can boost certain things like the dinosaur abilities, right? So you can craft them and get them up to speed sooner and all that kind of stuff. There are PvP servers, there are PvE servers, and there's a single player. We jumped into single player. I could not get on a PvP server.
I did. It took the first day, actually, like I tried it, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So in their defense, like FunCon, we had early access to the game, so I don't know, just the servers weren't populated. Yeah.
Their servers are now out. The game is now out, so the servers might be more populated. I haven't jumped in to try PvP because I've been too focused on the single player portion of what I was doing, and I'm trying to build my base, and I'm right by this big monster statue, and then right across the water is another statue that's facing each other, and way up top I'm like, man, I'm building my foundation of a base to go all the way up to this thing, because there's a level playing field up there, and I'll just be towering over everybody by the time I'm done.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'll have my shrine up there. Like, I got plans, man. I got big plans, but that means a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
So the single player could be a little different, but if you jump in there with PvP and you have some help building all this stuff, that's where it's going to shine. And then the gods come into effect later on too, which I haven't established yet.
Yeah.
So I can see us coming back to this game with another video to kind of give everybody an update how that's working, especially with the PvP or the PvE that we were in there, right?
Dude, to say the PvP. Oh yeah, okay.
So you went into the PvP, right?
Yeah, so I actually ended up finally getting in and was able to try a couple different servers. I wanted to see if, it's like every other survival game and there's trolls.
Oh man.
But there wasn't. I was actually really impressed. I ran into like probably 5 or 6 different people near the beginning of the game, which I know most people don't have any great resources, but doesn't stop people in any other freaking game out there.
Never.
So I was pleasantly surprised to have ran into like a few people that just kind of like looked at me and then waved and then went on to their own life.
Right.
But yeah, it does work. It just took a little bit to get into the PvP, but
I tried twice getting on, and the server just kept looking and searching, and then kind of timed out, and then redid it again, the same deal. So I just ended the single player for me for now.
But one of the big things that I like about what I saw in the PvP is right off the hop, it gives you options of what kind of server you want to play on.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is nice, because I don't know how many times or how many servers I had wasted time on Ark just to find out that the Alpha Tribe, or there was just some trolls that just like to screw with people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gives you the option: relaxed play, role playing, hardcore, and then you know, etc. So I was really happy about that.
So now you're relying on the honesty of the player going into that server.
Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but
no, but at least it gives you an option, hoping that if you're going in the relaxed server, you can go in there, chill, and not worry about getting just creamed by some other troll that's in there, right?
And like typically, if people that want to be the Alpha Tribes, we'll call them, they like. If they're in power on that server, then you don't have to worry, because they'll just weed out all the friggin' idiots out of there.
All right.
But,
very cool.
yeah, so that PvP, really happy about that.
All right, so when we wrap this up, don't forget to stick around as we have a giveaway for Conan Exiles on the Xbox One. That'll be coming up right after our scores. Nate, what are you going to score Conan Exiles by FunCon?
So I'm going to start with an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. Maybe in like a year from now or 6 months from now when they've released more content, I can maybe give it a higher review, but I'd say for an 8. For being in a preview and for having all the options to do, deserves that.
I think they have a great foundation here. I like where the game is headed. I like the lore that they have. I like the customization, the building options, the recipes. There is a ton to enjoy here. I am running into a couple glitches, so I'm a little bit lower with a 7.5.
Awesome.
All right, so how do you win a copy of Conan Exiles? Pretty simple. Head to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like this video, and you'll get entered into a draw, and we will announce the winner on September 5th when we get back, because we have holidays coming up. So when we get back from those, we will announce the winner, and we'll pass on the code to the winner. And maybe we can all meet up in one of our servers.
Yeah.
And hang out and play a round or two. So hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next review. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Gods curse this sandstorm.